times 2 minus 1 times 2 prime over 2 squared. What I don't recommend, but completely acceptable, is to write, let's say, a function divided by the other, prime. I don't think you need to do that. It's a lot of writing, but if it works for you, it works for me. D over dx of f times g minus d over dx of g times f over g squared. I don't recommend all this. There is no need. If it works for you, as I said, it works for me. Okay, so f prime. I already write 3x minus 2 squared. That's power 10 now. Okay. First function prime. Bring down 4. 2x plus 3 to the third times the inner function prime. So this is done. Now I copy the second function. 3x minus 2 to the fifth minus. I copy the top function. And now I differentiate the denominator. 5 down, 3x minus 2 to the fourth times the inner function prime, which is 3. I've seen it. That's why I keep repeating myself like a broken record. Please, please, do not simplify anything from the top with this. These are not factors. These are terms. They're two terms connected by minus, by the difference. You cannot simplify anything from the top at this stage with this. So please don't do that. Okay. We copy the denominator. And let's see what we can factor here and here. Okay. This is 15 and this is 8. No numbers come out. 2x plus 3 to the third, 2x plus 3 to the fourth. 2x plus 3 to the third. 3x minus 2 to the fifth, 3x minus 2 to the fourth, so 3x minus 2 to the fourth. Back to the first term. This is out. 4 times 2 is in. From here, from 5, I took out 4. So a 3x minus 2 is left in. I reach the minus sign. 5 times 3. From these 4, I removed 3. They are in front, but 1 is still left as 2x plus 3. These 4 are all out, so there is nothing else. Only now I have 1, 2, 3 factors. Yes, now I can do this, but not before. Okay, so then I have 2x plus 3 to the third and 24x minus 16 minus 30x minus 45 over this. And the final step will be 24 minus 30 is negative 6x and then minus 61. And that will be final. That's my page 8. 2x plus 3 to the third. And again, minus 6x of course, and minus 61 over 3x minus 2 to the sixth. So the negative should come out. It's okay, I'm fine with this, but I recommend this. 2x plus 3 to the third, 6x plus 61. Of course, I crashed my page number. And 3x minus 2 to the sixth. Let me write it here one more time so it's not confusing over there. So 2x plus 3 to the third, and then 6x plus 61 over 3x minus 2 to the sixth power. This is it. Good question. Anything else you would like to talk about? The definition of the derivative? Do we know how to find f prime with the definition, which is the limit of the difference quotient? This we reviewed. This is clear. These are just averages. These are functions that we need to differentiate. I know we had a lot of piecewise defined functions and investment and domain and anything else. Anything else from these topics or anything else you want to choose? Was this okay? And yes, I have to agree again. Calculus is one row. 1, 2, at least 3, 4 maybe steps are algebra.
So if we didn't take the negative out, is that technically wrong?
No. The
Or just not
reason
simplified
I'm
a little bit?
preparing you for the next steps that we are going to
Okay.
look at in this class.
Would it also not be wrong if we didn't cancel out the 3x minus 2? So
You mean here?
yeah.
No,
At the top,
that
if we
is
kept it like that. Or,
that is a must. That is a must.
all right.
That is absolutely mandatory. Very good point. Thank you for asking that.
Professor,
Yes?
I did cancel it, but I forgot to like cross it over. So I don't know if that was okay or not.
I'm not sure what you're asking. Can you say it again?
I didn't like put like a cross sign on it when I was like factorizing the 3x.
Yes, so you factor
-2.
out this, and I should probably write 1 here because that's the 1 remaining. I don't want my students to think that that's a 0. It's not a 0. So be very careful.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
write a 1 just to make sure that you're not assuming that something like that happened and it's a 0 in there. Okay? So cross it out because you may carry it out again if you don't cross it out. You may write it again on the next step by mistake. Okay, anything else you would like to work on? Any topic? Any questions? I'm hoping that you are
Can we do
yes,
one more chain?
yes, yes,
Chain of problems?
yes, of course. I'm hoping that you are going to look at the solutions for homework and you're going to go line by line by line by line and review those and compare. This is what I would do. So let's say, as I was looking at my solutions, let's say these are your solutions and you compare to yours and you just write next to it with a different color, I forgot to blah, 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 or the answer is not this, or I forgot to show this step of work, or whatever, to correct your own so you have them ready for the test. All homework solutions. Forgive me, sorry. Who was that? Tyler? Was it someone else? Forgive me, who was that?
That was me.
Oh, Brandon, I'm sorry.
Brandon.
Yes, sorry about that.
But either number 21 or 22 on page 171.
171?
Yeah, either one is fine.
Okay, 21, 22. We did 21 in class.
We can use the notes, like our notes for the test.
You
right?
can use your notes, you can use my notes, you can use pages from the text. You cannot use your electronic devices, you cannot write on an electronic device, you cannot use websites, you cannot use your phone because you're going to enter Zoom through your phone. Yes, I was going to talk about it. Allow me to show a problem like this and then we're going to talk about the test.
Okay.
Anything on your paper, on your desk is fine. Any paper, any notes, my notes, you can print out, summarize, whatever you want, but you cannot get help from websites and other people and yada, yada. Okay, so since we did 21 in class, is it okay if we work on 22?
Yeah.
So x to the third, the square root of 5x plus 2. Good. So remember function 1, function 2. On the side, if you want, you don't have to. Function 1 times function 2, I will not invent. This is a formula, very well established. And if you want to use a different twist, use the twist, whatever. So f prime of x, I differentiate the first function, which is 3x squared. Then I copy this by the second function. Multiply it by the second function. Then I reached plus. I'm copy the first function. And now I have to differentiate the square root, and I know how. It's 1 over 2, the square root of 5x plus 2 times the inner function prime. I know that the least common denominator will stay as is. You can write one more step if you like. And then plus 5x cubed over 2, the square root of 5x plus 2. And then you will find that this is the least common denominator, as there is only one denominator there. And since there is only one denominator, because this is over 1, all this thing has to be multiplied by this, 2 the square root of 5x plus 2. So I continue. 2 times 3 is 6, x squared. This times this cancels the radical, plus 5x cubed, everything divided by the only denominator I have. Do not attempt anything here, you just have to distribute. So this will be 30x to the third plus 12x squared plus 5x cubed, everything divided by 2, the square root of 5x plus 2. So this is 35 and plus 12x squared. Please get used to always simplify by factoring. This is important now. Maybe not for this test, but for test 2, definitely. Factor out the greatest common factor, 35x plus 12, everything divided by 2, the square root of 5x plus 2. And this is it.
All right, thank you. So we don't need to rationalize the denominator or
No,
anything?
very good point. No. That's perfect. That's good enough.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone would like to work on anything else? I'll reserve the last few minutes to talk about the test, or if you want to talk about the test now, I know there are 9 minutes left. Let me know if you have other questions, or we can talk about the test. Anything? I did write solutions for this homework that is due tonight. So I will post them just in a blink after we finish. So this was, if you want anything from here, we can. So we already looked at, you're not going to have this extensive, you know, you know, we have to finish in roughly 2 hours. So don't expect to have to work for half an hour on any problem. It's not feasible for a test. Just a bottom line understanding of the topics and how to apply the rules, how to find f prime for any function using the difference quotient, the limit of the difference quotient. Right? So as the limit, as h approaches 0 from f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. Nothing fancy, but you have to use this. Then you can check. So whatever I'm given, I will definitely check on the side f prime with rules. So let's say I'm given a function f of x equals x squared. I will find that this is 2x. If I don't get 2x, then I know something is fishy here. I made a mistake somewhere, right? So I will always check with my differentiation rules and do it step by step as I'm asked to. Other questions? I will definitely look and review. I know it's extensive. We worked a lot, look. So I just wrote with you. This is a new text. I don't have solutions written for anything. So it's quite substantial. So we had a lot of work. We worked a lot on a lot of problems. This is really, I don't even know how many pages are in here. 30 probably. So we have so many examples and solutions there. Okay, so if you don't have anything else,